Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 and welcome to Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast with your girl, me, RenaeThaDiva. And I usually have a special guest every week. Today is going to be something a little bit different. We're going to call this our Thanksgiving special. So I'm going to have a few guests come on here shortly, and they are going to talk about what Thanksgiving kind of means to them, including my kids. All three of my kids are here, believe it or not, and my grandson. So you get to meet them as well. So let's talk about it. Shall we? Let's do it. So I want to say thank you to our sponsors. We want to definitely say thank you to Kenneth Brown with SEDM. We want to say thank you to Mr. Dwayne Abernathy of Yizer TV and Yizer Radio, Yizer Media as a whole. Thank you to my bro, Mr. Gregory Merriweather, for all that he does. And then also thank you to you guys who come in and pay attention every week. I definitely appreciate you. So thank you for that. I also wanted to go ahead and get into Legacy Collection, who is also one of my sponsors. There's some amazing footwear there. So I apologize in advance if you do hear my kids in the background. As I said, all three of my children, they are adults. All three of my adult children are home, and my grandson, who is 10. So you get to meet them in just a little bit here. We're going to talk to them in just a moment about Thanksgiving and what it kind of means to them as well. And I have some other special guests coming on as well. So for those of you who are watching, please like, share, and follow RenaeThaDiva, RenaeThaDiva, on all social media. I'm on TikTok. I am on StreamYard, which is also YouTube and Facebook. And then also follow the Legacy Entertainment Studios page as well. So coming in January, I will be on Yizer TV with a show called Vision Quest. So I say shout out to Mr. Dwayne Abernathy again for that. I look forward to being a part of that organization. So let's talk about it. Our soon to be president is still making waves. He has announced that starting the first day of his term, that the tariffs will take place for Canada, Mexico, and a few other places. So get ready. That's all I can say. Buckle up, Buttercup. In other news, I want to talk about sports because I'm very excited. Though my Colts are not doing well, they're currently ranked number 20. They are still in the game, so that's all I can say. We do have games coming up for Thanksgiving. We will have a Thanksgiving game, which is also like tradition. So I want to know if you guys watch the Thanksgiving games. If you do, who are you rooting for? Okay. So I'm not going to talk too long about sports and entertainment. I definitely want to get to our special guests. I'm just waiting for them to get logged on. So in the meantime, we can go over some of the upcoming things and changes for the new year. So just know that again, I am participating in a few toy drives or a few drives around the city that will help and donate to some great causes. I encourage you, if you are not doing so, make sure that you are extending the olive branch to someone who may be alone for the holidays. Shout out to my bro, Con Mori, also of VenueGPS.com. Make sure you download the Venue GPS app in both app stores today. Hello to, again, TikTok. Hello to those on Facebook, and hello to those on YouTube. Make sure you're liking, sharing, following, subscribing, all that fun stuff. So I am going to check. I'm going to have to pause this device because I need to check and see where some of these special guests are. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. In the meantime, I'm going to have my babies come in so you can say hi to them. They're coming. They're coming. That's the advantage of being in my home office, right? So you get to meet my kiddos. Yes, I have 3 adult children and a grandson. That's right, I do. So I love them. And right now they are in their plane, of course. In case you hear it in the background, I apologize. This is what happens when you have live TV or live podcasts and you are in your home. But hey, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm just grateful to have him here. So this one is my oldest. This is my son, Dorian. You guys have seen him before. He has come on as a guest on Let's Talk About It. He is actually here from Texas, visiting for the holidays. So he is also a vet. Want to scooch down? There you go. So Dorian, tell me kind of what some of your Thanksgiving traditions are, or what some of your traditions were growing up with me, of course, and what the holidays kind of meant to you when you were deployed.
Um, let's start with the bad. Of course, you're away from family. Your immediate family, of course. You know, you got your brothers to your left and to your right. That's your family while you're there. But nothing like your immediate family. You know, your children, if you have them, brothers, sisters, mom, dad, and everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But you made the best of it.
For sure, for sure.
So,
I know we definitely missed you when you were deployed. How long did you serve in the military?
did roughly 10 years.
For sure, for sure, you did, you did.
Mhm.
So thank you again for your service. I am so glad that you are here in town for this holiday.
Oh yes.
You know, I am very proud of you. I say that all the time. I'm very proud of you for what you do, how you do it, and thank you again for your service.
Thank you.
We have had just join us, Mr. Kenneth Brown. You guys have heard Kenneth on the show as well before. He is actually in the South Carolina area. And Kenneth, thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm well. I'm still out and about, but I managed to get in with you. And I sent you a message in reference to that. So if you hear some background noise, please forgive me.
It's okay. My kids, all three of my kids are here
Yes.
today.
Can you hear me okay?
And my grandson is here. So yes, I can hear you okay. Yeah. You're freezing just a little bit, but we'll work with it. It'll be okay.
Good enough. Good enough.
Okay. So Kenneth is also now
We'll
retired.
work on it.
So we are having a Thanksgiving special, Kenneth. So I am asking all of my guests to come on today, kind of what Thanksgiving means to you, how being deployed affected you in Thanksgiving or the holidays as a whole. So tell us a little bit about that. Uh-oh, he froze again. It's okay.
Well, okay. Wait a second. Let me get to this space here. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem.
I'm inside of a structure, so it might be itself. So bear with me just 1 second.
Okay. No problem. I can hear you. Is this the picture itself is freezing? So thank you again. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is Let's Talk About It, a weekly show with myself, host RenaeThaDiva, and also I have special guests every week. So right now we are talking to veterans. You met my son Dorian before. He is actually here in town, so he is also an Army vet. He kind of talked about what Thanksgiving means to him and how it was when he was deployed. So at the end of this, I definitely want to encourage you to prepare if you can. If it's too late for Thanksgiving, maybe even for Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate during that time of the year, to prepare maybe a care package for those who are away or abroad. So Kenneth, I was asking or just talking about Thanksgiving because this is like on Thursday. Again, if you hear my kids, all three of my kids are home today, and my grandson is here. So we have Nerf wars and all that fun stuff, and I love it, because all three of them are actually grown and out of the house now. So when they're all here, it just kind of gives me joy. So
they're all in the mix, right?
I know, right? I know. So tell me about Thanksgiving, what it means to you, and how it was being deployed when you were deployed, and how that kind of affected you being away from your family at the holiday.
It affected me a lot because when I was overseas, I was flying, and a lot I could not talk about what I was doing. The missions were very, very confidential.
Right.
Thanksgiving to me, since 1997 up until 2018, was very difficult. My grandmother passed away on the Monday prior to Thanksgiving in 1997. And she and I were very close. So Thanksgiving, it's just really, really tough for me. And every year, Monday, I would shut down. I wouldn't talk to nobody, even when I was working. And it's very traumatic for me because she passed away literally that month before I had visited her, and I have that same picture. And she had lost a tremendous amount of weight. And then
Mm.
she went to Detroit. I actually went deployed for a couple of days. And when I came back, my aunt called me and she said, Kenny, are you sitting down? Yeah, in the car. I said, what's going on? She said, your grandmother's gone on to glory. And
Wow.
that I lost it then at that point. And oh boy, I bawled out of control. And that whole week I didn't say anything. And my uncle, my aunt, which is my father's youngest sister, Uncle Winston, Dr. Winston, said, you want to come back and see her in the morgue? No, sir, I did not.
Mm.
And I cried tremendously at her funeral. So
Wow.
up until 2014, it didn't mean anything. Now it means everything because of what I'm doing and what I'm attempting to do through God's grace. So it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough. Yeah.
For
Military
sure.
wise, we had to do what we had to do, but they always cooked a big meal. And I sat down with the troops as a captain, and I made turkey and stuff like that. So that was really, really good for a command staff to, be involved with everybody. It wasn't just us and them, everybody. So
Yes. Awesome.
now
Awesome.
I'm out of the military as of a couple of months ago. So Thanksgiving has a whole new meaning to me. So
Well, congratulations on being retired. Awesome on that. And thank you again for your service. I am doing tonight's show because I wanted to center it around veterans or our military service, because this time of year can definitely be hard for them. I introduced Dorian earlier again, who was my son. He's actually here from Texas. And it's just a joy of having him here. But so many of our military brothers and sisters, I'm not formally military, but I still call my brothers and sisters. So many of the loved ones that are in the military won't be home for the holidays. So we are definitely, doing this as an honor of them, and definitely encouraging you to again send them care packages, answer when they call. That's very important. They don't get to call home very often, but when they do, I definitely encourage you to be able to answer, people in the audience or abroad there. For sure, for sure. Well, thank you again, Kenneth, for joining. I am also going to bring on another veteran, and if you want to out, you more than welcome. You can. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me add this up to the stage. Hello, Mr. Dwayne.
To the stage.
What's up, Ms.
How are
Brown?
you?
What's up, Mr. Brown? What's up, Miss Renee?
I must say I got a new last name. Okay.
I thought you Miss Brown. My bad. I just got the phone with a young lady.
Wow.
Her last name is Brown. I don't know what's with all these Browns all of a sudden.
I know what he's doing. Is that Dwayne Abernathy?
It is Dwayne Abernathy. He is also a veteran.
He's Navy, and they just disappeared on me.
So Dwayne, I am asking everybody, first of all, thank you for coming on. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Tonight's show is a little bit of a holiday special. We are actually talking to veterans from all over who have served our country in whichever branch of the military services they have done. And we're saying thank you, first of all, for your service, and kind of asking, what does Thanksgiving mean to you, or what do the holidays mean to you, and how you kind of handled that being abroad when you were not able to come home?
Well, let's see. Okay. Thanksgiving back then, or the holidays back then, when I was in the military, it was pretty cool because the whole time I was in the Navy, I always had a family that adopted me. So anytime I wasn't able to make it home, I was able to spend Thanksgiving with their families. And so, like when I was stationed in Virginia, my cousin was stationed up in DC, and we used to go to his sergeant's family's house every Thanksgiving, and it just always felt like home or whatever. And so I always had a joyous time of during the holiday season while I was in the Navy. But now as a civilian in today's world, I would say I don't celebrate the holidays that much in the past 3 years due to my separation from my daughter. So right now the holidays are different for me because I was used to spending time with her, but since we're not together right now, a lot of times on the holidays, I just sleep all day.
Well, of course, I always extend the invitation to those who are in need. You are more than welcome to join my family and I if you would like to come, since you are here in town. But I definitely understand and hope for reconciliation with you and your daughter so that you guys can get together and spend some time together. Thank you again for your service. I have you on. I've had my son on, who is Dory, who is Army, and then I've had Kenneth on, who is Marines.
Where they at? They gone?
No, Air Force. No, my son's still here. He's actually here in my house. He's here.
I thought we was all going to be on the screen together. There they are.
Let me grab Dorian. Let me grab him again.
I thought it was going to be a military party tonight.
I'm the civilian of the group now, for sure. You guys have all retired, which is, again, thank you again for your service. That's a blessing, just to be able to be here in your right minds and with all of your limbs. And I am definitely afraid for our military service men and women right now with everything that's going on and our president. So, we're just going to keep it in prayers, all we can do. Come on in. You guys want to say hi to you again. You guys are going to have a military thing.
I'm going to tell you what's so cool about the Navy. In the Navy, during Thanksgiving, they used to go all out for us. Like when we was on the ship or whatever, they would let us drink on the ship on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They would cook a big meal and everything. If we was deployed, all that stuff would happen. Like it was just we had a good time.
Yeah, we had the best time. I'm talking about all the food you could eat, you could drink. You had a great time. And the thing is we wanted to create the atmosphere, especially the command staff. We wanted to create the atmospheres of home. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because it was already tough being out of the field and away from your families. But if we were in combat, those that were already back, not involved in combat, they would switch us out as much as they can. Like every 6 hours, we would just rotate out so that everybody had a chance to eat, camaraderie, and then get back in the field and do the job. I found myself just getting back on the tarmac and flying a mission, that type of thing. But yeah, it was great stuff, man. I really enjoyed that.
No, good old Army. We had the short end of the stick, especially being infantry. So we had cornhole. Of course, we couldn't drink, but we made the best of it. We had a good meal though. They had bringing we had lobsters. There was like a luxury. We had lobster shells in crab. So we really. Yeah, we made the best of it.
Oh man, we had a good time. The Navy SEALs will bring that back.
What's the Army food card? Is in the MRIs in the packages? Y'all didn't have those, did y'all?
MREs.
I remember bringing those home one time when he came home while he was deployed, and I was like, Dorian, what is that? And he's like, this is dinner. This is food. And I'm like, Dorian, I cooked. Eat. And he's like, Mom, I'm used to this. I'm sorry.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah, man. When I was in at a compass, a P-38, an MRE, man, and we went to work, man. That's it. But we tried to live off the land, though. We tried because we had jungle training, so we'd have to live off the land for a month. So we would look for boar, wild boar, and just have a good time. And that was it. Yeah. Man, we used to take it. Just degut like it was a pig, because it is a pig basically. Mm-hmm. And a big old mutton leg, like a Fred Flintstone leg. You know what I'm saying? And we had a good time, man. It is what it was. You know what I mean? We had to live off the land. That was probably the best thing for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anything that moved.
Wow. So y'all killed the wild boar and cooked.
Wow. My grandson just came in, his son.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, we had a great time. Yeah. Like jungle training for a month. They knew where you were, and if it was an emergency, they'd come get you. But you had to live off the land. Either that or starve. I ate some of the things you probably wouldn't even think about eating on a normal basis. But yeah, you had to survive, man. On anything that was out there. Talk about roughing it. We had to rough it for 30 days. It was great though. I loved it, man. I loved it. You know, so I'm trying to get on one of those reality shows that they put you in a desert, or they got one out there now. I don't know if it's crazy or not, but I heard you had to be completely nude and you had to survive off the land. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So,
yeah. No, thank you.
We'd be millionaires right now.
Thanks.
Right.
You know, that's
right. Because I'd stay on there for a year.
No,
I'll still be there. They're like, yeah, go home yet?
They ain't go home yet, man.
You guys go right here.
You know, or that dare show. You know, they would dare you to eat something or whatever. Yeah, man, I'd eat all that up. That wouldn't bother me at all. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, grubs, words,
right?
Good nutrition. It builds character.
That's right.
So hello everyone. If you are just joining us, this is Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast with host myself, RenaeThaDiva. Tonight's show is a holiday special, Thanksgiving special, and we have all veterans on our show. So these young men are all an important part of my life in some way, shape, or form of another. I have my son right here with me, who is retired Army. This is Dorian. And then we have Kenneth Brown on with us, who is of SEDM, KB Renaissance, number of different avenues. And he actually is retired Marines. And then we have also with us Mr. Dwayne Abernathy, who is retired Navy. And Dwayne is... Well,
I'm not retired. I did 8 years.
Okay, so there we go. He's a vet, and of course, me being civilian of the family,
he's a vet.
So I just wanted to bring these guys on to show appreciation. If you have a family member or a friend who is in the armed services and they are deployed currently, we encourage you to send them care packages, give them a call, send them an email, however you communicate with them, because this time can be very hard for our armed services at this time of the year. So we definitely say appreciation to you guys as well. Glad to have you here with us and talk a little bit more about kind of what your experiences were around the holidays and how many times you have been deployed where you actually were away from home for the holidays.
Okay. Who wants to go first? I'll do it. Okay. This is Marine. We go first. We go in. Okay. As far as the deployment was concerned, we had to do the mission. The mission came first. But a lot of times I felt myself like drifting off, thinking about my family, and I would forget about the mission for a moment, especially if I was in a non-combat type situation. And that was a tough part. But then when I would talk to them, when I got a chance to call, hey, we miss you, and when are you coming back? Or I couldn't call them depending on what was going on. And then when I finally got a chance to call them, hey, you good? You need anything? You need a care package? Yes. Yes.
Please.
Care package. Please. Snickers, whatever you can send me, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But that was the hardest part. Was I was away from my family and my children. That was tough for me. But it was joyous when we came back, when we had a chance to, especially during the Christmas holidays. That was kind of tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go next?
Yes, I'm next. Yeah. Well, with me, I always made sure I hung out with somebody from Louisiana during Thanksgiving because they parents always had the best food. So either I was gonna go to Louisiana with them during Thanksgiving, or their parents would come to where we were stationed at and they would cook the best food ever during Thanksgiving. So I always made sure I was around somebody from Louisiana during Thanksgiving.
Awesome. What about you, Dorian? Here, I will bow to
it was not to piggyback, but I mean to piggyback, but it was really just placing the mission first. Immediately once we touched down, we were a security force, so we were on standby within minutes to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And but on the off time, once the holiday came around, holiday and or holidays, it was hard. It was hard not to think about, family, but of course, it's just really thinking of something to get your mind off of it. Like certain nights we would have a wing night, or really it was the food that got me through.
Yeah.
So we'll have a wing night, we have like a seafood night, or just something to take the ease off. And then once we hit U.S. soil, the first thing I did, I laid in the grass for about 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I laid in the grass.
Yeah. Go
So
for the
what were you
grass,
doing?
man.
Can you tell us where
And we would say, I can't. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And we would say, when we're going back to the world, we would say that when we're going back to the world, the United States.
Go back to the
When
world.
we go back to the world, you know what I mean?
Go back to the
Because
world.
everything that you needed was there. And I was in England, and I was stationed in the Scottish border. They were always 6 months behind the music. They had the greatest fashions in the world, but they were always 6 months behind the United States. Any music that we came out, I wouldn't hear it until 6 months later. So they said, man, when are we going back to the world? And they were there like, what's the world? They said, the United States of America. We're out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. That I look forward to. Let's get back to the world.
I've heard that before too. I heard that before too about the music stuff. I didn't get a chance to go overseas and stay. Like when we was out on cruise, I was out doing There's a Storm, so we was stuck in the middle of the ocean. So but I heard that before too, that like the music would be like 6 months behind than what's going on in the United States. I've heard that before.
They were number one in fashion. Yeah, they were especially in France, because we would go down to the White Cliffs of Dover, take the hovercraft across, get to Nice, France, get a bus, and go all the way. But they would stop at this cafe, and you'd get a bottle of 1664. It's probably as long as your arm, and potent beer, and some bread, a cheese bread, and you would go. That would take you all the way to Paris. And you got into Paris, man, it was on and popping, man. I mean, the French food, the French ladies, it was, yeah. Yeah, we had a great time in France. The fashion was unbelievable. Just like you see now, the runways, we were doing that then. And man. And American servicemen, I can walk in any place. Get in an argument with somebody, because when they bring you to Vietnam, you guys, Vietnam, wasn't around it. You know what I mean? But we had a great time, especially in the Democratic bloc countries. You would feel welcome anywhere you went, and they would offer a meal or whatever. And we had a great time, man. That was the one thing about being overseas as an American citizen. I mean, we ate and just had a great time, but it was sad to see him go. And I still got friends over there right now that I stay in touch with. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you are just joining us, real quick, I'm sorry. If you're just joining us, this is Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast with myself, host RenaeThaDiva. And we are doing our holiday special. We're talking about Thanksgiving, and I am talking to a few veterans today. And I am apologizing because I know he's going to get me to my brother Khan. I would have had you on, but I know your schedule has been like kind of crazy. So shout out to Con Mori and Venue GPS. I do have with me Mr. Dorian Green, who is my birth child, my oldest child, actually. He is a veteran. I do have Mr. Dwayne Abernathy, and I do have Mr. Kenneth Brown. Dorian is of Showtime
Performance and Customs. That's what he's done after he got his Army days. Dwayne is the founder and CEO of Yizer Media, which is involving Yizer TV, Yizer Radio, and a host of other different things as well. Correct, Mr. Dwayne. And then we have Mr. Kenneth Brown, who is of SEDM, which is Southeast Dollars Matter. I always forget the other part. And then he also has KB Renaissance and is a marketing guru. So I thank you guys all for your service. I know it seems funny being the only female here, but we did invite some women veterans as well. They just were not able to make it. So thank you guys again for your service. We're just kind of discussing, if you're just joining, we are discussing the holidays and kind of what they meant to or what they mean to veterans and how they kind of survive being away from their families, being deployed.
for those kind of things. So, okay, each of you, I want you to tell me what your favorite Thanksgiving food is.
Huh.
Dorian, I'm gonna let you go first this time.
Just to start, I gotta have the deviled eggs. I got you. That's first and foremost.
I forgot your eggs when I was at the store. Okay, go
And
ahead.
normally I would do a smoked turkey. You gotta have some ribs, collard greens, cornbread or hot water cornbread. Either or. I'm not choosy on that one at all. I've grown to love both of them. Pot roast. Pot roast is a good one.
Oh yeah.
I eat a lot, so it's
No play like
Can you tell my family's from the South? Can you tell? You can tell, can't you? Go ahead, the way you say.
No, I was telling me his plate probably was this tall. Your plate probably stacked like this.
Each time.
I had about 2 plates and I'm carrying one.
So that's awesome. Thank you for that. Who wants to go next? What's your favorite food?
For me, it was the roasted turkey. Cranberry sauce was important. Cranberry sauce is important. The ribs, all your vegetables, but for me, candy yams. Woo, man! And just give me a pecan, whatever, a sweet potato pie, and I go sit in the corner. I wouldn't bother nobody. And my mom makes several pies because she know one has got my name on it. Give a big old glass of milk. Just don't bother me. I watch the game. Or Macy's Thanksgiving parade. I would eat a whole pie before we would eat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So
for sure.
But yeah, that was for me.
Was it about 5 years ago? I tried to make a pecan pie, and that was the first time I used my grandmother's recipe.
That was good.
And the very first one I made it before my family got there, and I didn't have the consistency quite right. So the second time I made it, was when I served to my family, and they were like, "Okay, this is actually good." I'm like, "Grandma will be proud." So
I was fine with the first one. I definitely put a dent in it.
He did.
He smashed.
Now, what about
Hey, Renee, can I make an order for a pecan pie that you send to me, please? Please.
I got you. You know I do. I got you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I want one too.
I'll show it to you when I got it.
I got you too. And it's so funny.
Thank you.
Texas has the best pecan pies. If you've ever been to Texas, I don't know what it is. I don't know if Texas created the pecan pie, but you get a pecan pie from Texas. It's good.
Yeah, it's on. It's on and popping. Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's definitely right. Yeah.
Dorian, that's where Dorian lives now. So he
I know a few spots in Dallas. I'm with you when you're right on that one.
Yeah.
I have
which city in Texas, Dorian?
Dallas.
What city? Oh, in Dallas. Man. They say it's real crowded there. People, the housing prices had lowered and people start moving in like crazy, and their housing prices just shot right back up again. Yeah.
The houses are gorgeous.
They said now don't even come to Texas. This is a mess. Yeah, it is. It's a great city.
It's roughly 3.5 million people in Dallas right now.
Wow.
You gotta move. Wow. You gotta move to Mesquite. You ever been to Mesquite, Dorian?
Mesquite? I've been through there. So like roughly. I know I need to. Yes, I definitely need to.
You ever been to that big ass lake that's up there in Mesquite? It's a big lake.
I was on a boat, and we were supposed to go fishing that day, but it never happened. We just vibed out on the boat, had some music, some drinks, and we Just
Yeah.
part it out all the time.
Yeah.
Good times, good times. Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny, man.
Wow.
I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but when we grew up, there used to be a TV show called Dallas. Is it with
Yeah.
J.R. Ewing and all them?
J.R. Ewing. Yeah. I love that.
I
I went-
Who shot J.R.?
Be on my time.
Yeah.
You know that
Hey, they got
house that they lived in is actually small.
Yeah.
That house is little.
Yeah.
They make it really large
Yeah.
on the camera, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot it was, I think it was either Prime Video or YouTube was doing all the episodes. Man, listen, I binge watched it for like 7 episodes. I was so tired of hearing that theme song.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I like that. And when they had the section where who shot him, they talked about the documentary and all the talk that went on about who shot him after it was done. That was one of their best episodes. Yeah, it was crazy.
So it's like my grandmother had a ritual, like, you know, her TV watching, and I spent a lot of time with my grandmother when during these errors. You know, as my mom was working, I was with my grandma usually. So it was Dallas, Falcon Crest, Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
there's one more, and I can't remember what it was now, but
Knox
those were her.
Landing. Knox Landing. Did you watch Knox Landing?
Knox Landing, right?
Yes,
right.
that was it.
Knox
That was
Landing.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
that was it.
so,
Knox Landing.
now, of course, you know, me being the tomboy that I was at that time, I'm still a tomboy, inner tomboy. But, you know, Dukes of Hazzard was my judge. You know, I can do both parts. You know, I could wear the Daisy Dukes, but I also was the one that wanted to drive the General Lee real fast. So, you know, hey.
Wow.
Not Daisy Dukes and driving General Lee at the same time.
I was with it for real. Yeah.
Hey.
So these are my daughters. This is my daughter Chelsea. That's my grandson Damari. It's my daughter Haley. So I'm just introducing them.
How y'all
to
doing?
Good. How are you?
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing all right?
Yes.
You guys got a great mom. You got a great mom.
Yes.
She's a great lady. She's a very great lady. Thank you, Renee, for all that you do.
Mini me, and mini me.
All your little minis.
Yes, they
All
are.
your-
Yeah.
So if you are just
Hey,
joining
you know
us-
what?
Go ahead.
I was just thinking this, that perhaps on Thanksgiving Day, because I work from 7 to 3, maybe we can get back together to see how it was with our families during that time. If you guys are down for that.
That would be fun.
That'd be cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm
Yes,
sure. I'm just gonna be with the family, and I would break away to another room, and I would actually go in the mix and have these cats around me because we get raw. And it would just be like you guys are live on on my radio show with my colleagues, blah blah blah. Don't act up. Just don't act up, okay? Just don't act up. They act up. They really do. So
I want
they
them
want to play
to act up.
dominoes.
I cannot guarantee that the rest of my family will be on the behavior. I cannot promise that. No.
Don't count on it.
Yeah. I actually told my mom about you, Renee, and that you're in Indianapolis, and she was like, really? I said, yeah. I said, she is the diva. That's RenaeThaDiva, and I showed her your picture. Oh yeah, she a diva. She a diva. She said, yeah, you're a diva.
So
You're a diva.
Right there. Love it.
So, yeah,
love it. Yes,
so.
give her the heart.
Yeah.
It's for sure.
Yeah,
And definitely been for her.
I
and
see her.
everything.
I see my mom. Yeah, I just see my mom. I was like, yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's great.
She's like, okay, wait, you've been doing Renee too long.
Do
For
it.
sure, for sure. So if you are
For sure.
joining us, this is Let's Talk About a Weekly Podcast. We have been discussing with veterans kind of like what Thanksgiving and the holidays mean for them, how it kind of affected them when they were deployed. Again, encouraging everyone to, if you have someone in the military, family, friends, or even if you don't, to send them a care package, send them some love, send them out a little piece of home if you can. And
Yeah.
we definitely appreciate you guys for your service and for joining us.
Thank you.
If you would please also make sure you like, share, and follow RenaeThaDiva on all social media, as well as Legacy Entertainment Studios on all social media, including YouTube, because there's a YouTube channel for each of us. Thank you guys again for joining. Go ahead. Did you want to have some more statements there, Kenneth?
Yes, I'd like to say for all of our supporters, our listeners, our followers, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I got to say, from the military standpoint, it was an honor to serve all of you, to keep you safe, and to keep us free. That was big for me. God made Marines, Marines made men. And I just, the biggest thing for me is that everybody's safe. And now that we're all going to be going in the direction of Vision Quest, congratulations to you, Renee. That is a big Thanksgiving and a Christmas present for you. You deserve everything that's with that. And to even bring me on, to even consider bringing me on, I'm humbled, I'm honored, and I'm grateful for the fact. And with Dwayne and everyone and what he's doing, I'm grateful for him. And we're going to make the content interesting. We're just going to have a good time. So thank you again. And thank you to all of you that have listened to Renee and continue to support her channel.
For sure, for sure. Thank you all very much for that. For sure, for sure. Thank you, Kenneth, again for coming on. We have Dwayne back now as well. Dwayne, did you have any final statements for tonight? I don't think he can hear us yet.
Where'd he go?
He's in the studio. So for those
but
who
yeah,
do not know, Dwayne is actually probably very much streaming on Geyser TV and Geyser Radio currently concurrent while we are in the midst of this show. He has the ability, and that's part of why we are going to Geyser TV, that he can stream to nationwide, much like the platform we've been developing, it's going to go even further. And we're just so grateful for that. The show will be called West. Geyser is actually a network for entrepreneurs, as well as all people, where we actually specialize in news. Yes, there will be entertainment as well, but we want to really focus on building our people, our communities up, and being able to pay it forward, I guess is a good way to put it. So I just say thank you to the visionary, Mr. Dwayne Abernathy, for that. He again is in the background. He's there. He's actually probably doing some things on Geyser TV. You can see it in the background on his screen there. So we make sure that you do like, share, and follow Geyser TV as well, or Dwayne Abernathy. He actually is also doing some fundraisers. It has started for veterans and veteran abuse. So if you would, putting it now is shopgeyser.com. And definitely encourage you to go out there, take a look. You can see what Geyser TV and Geyser Media, Geyser Radio is all about. You also will be able to see the fundraiser there as well, again, because there are so many veterans that when they come home from being deployed, they go through so much. A lot of them actually suffer from PTSD. There may be other injuries or ailments that they're having to face, and this time of year is especially important, I think, to recognize our young men and women that are service members, because again, they are sacrificing being with their families, away from home, and I just, again, say thank you. So if you are just joining us, this is Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast with myself, host RenaeThaDiva. I have had on with me special guest, Mr. Dorian Green. I have had, Kenneth Brown, and also Dwayne Abernathy, who are all veterans, and we just say thank you. I asked a couple of young ladies to come on as well. So it was fair, I didn't want to just have or honor our male soldiers, because there are females that serve hard as well. So we say thank you to you ladies as well.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies.
You guys got to meet my children, all three of my adult children, and even my grandson. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you do not have plans for the holiday season, or if you have plans for the holiday season, if you know of someone that may be away from their family, maybe they're stationed abroad or stationed somewhere again away from their family, and open your doors, invite them in to partake with your family. Extend the olive branch, say, and welcoming, be warm, because again, the sacrifices that are being made for our country to be free, and we know it's not free truly, but we are free in essence of, compared to some other third world countries and some other places where things are definitely going on that are just unspeakable. So we count our blessings, I guess you could say, is a good way to put it. We count our blessings for sure. And we thank you again for being servicemen in our country. So
I agree.
Thank you so much. And Renee, you are a soldier. I'm not gonna say anything to Dwayne, but I'm gonna make you an honorary Marine as of today. So you're part of the Marine Corps today. Yeah. Oh, you heard it. So you're an honorary Marine today. You're an honorary Marine today. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, honorary Marine.
Well, I figured, I'm honorary Army as well, because my son served, and when he was serving, it was like I was serving with him. I actually had passed. So an interesting story. I was almost in the military. Actually, I had passed my ASVAT and taking the physical test, and found out I was actually pregnant with him. So the reason why I didn't go into the Army, I became an Army.
Gotcha. Well, you're in the Marine Corps now. Okay, so you're in the Marine Corps now. How about that?
There you go. That works. There you go.
You're a jarhead now. You're a Marine now.
Yeah, you're a jarhead now.
You know what? So that does make for our little sister, because Marines in the Navy, they're brothers. So I guess you make us. You're our little sister in the Navy, then, Miss Renee.
There you go.
That's right.
That's right. There you go. That's right. There you go. Heads off to the Navy people.
You know what I want to do this Thanksgiving?
What's that?
I want to have drunken karaoke.
So with my family, you very well may experience that. I'm just saying.
Help Renee, help him, G.
Well, I mean,
I apologize for the difficulties. I was on my tablet and the battery died, so I had to switch over to the main studio camera. So I apologize for keep dropping out.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
It looks like my phone is about to die here. I'm like on 3%, so I'm gonna bounce off of here. But Renee, I'll give you a call in about 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Sounds good. If I'm not still in here, we will definitely answer for you. All right. You have a good one, Kenneth. Thank you again for joining.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Brown.
All right. So
Dwayne, what is Thanksgiving to you? Because I was late. So what is Thanksgiving to you?
So Thanksgiving to me is I try to be thankful every day, not just on one day of the year, but I enjoy Thanksgiving because it's usually when my family and I get to come together. Because we are talking about veterans, I definitely used to look forward to the times if my son was able to come home because he was deployed. I would just really relish that time that he was able to come home. My children, again, as you all see, are now all adults, so now it's become more a matter of we aren't together as much. So being able to get us all together, myself and all my children, and even now my grandson, who is, my little joy. He's 10 and almost taller than me. I know I'm a short person. You see me in heels if you see me in public. So, people don't realize how short I am. But, I'm just really grateful that we get to spend time with each other. So that's what it's about to me. And then I look forward to, and I don't publicize a lot of what I do. I look forward to, going to take meals to maybe some of the homeless shelters, or making sure that someone that may be in need also has a meal, if nothing else. And then that's really what it's about. I usually start cooking. I have been voluntold, or I've hosted Thanksgiving at my home for the last few years, and it's a little bit different because as being married versus not being married, and having that whole dynamic, and then still dealing with family. Of course, some of the old aunties and them want to ask the questions, and I'm like, mind your business, auntie, love you. But honestly, just adjusting to that dynamic, has been just that. It's been an adjustment, but it's a welcomed adjustment.
Yeah,
because it's not as much stress and things of that nature. Granted, I miss my in-laws, my in-love in-laws, because there definitely are relationships that are still there. So, and as a matter of fact, my mother-in-law generally comes to my ex-mother-in-law generally comes to my house for Thanksgiving, and people are like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm not going to hold them responsible for the relationship not working. You understand? So that's what it kind of means to me. What about you? Well, we kind of discussed what it meant to you, but so Thanksgiving is actually probably my favorite holiday. Next would, of course, be Christmas, because I think this time of year, though, people become more humane.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that about people.
Until Black Friday.
Okay, so as much as I like to shop, I don't like to shop. I know I'm a diva now, but I don't like to shop because I don't like dealing with people in the public, because people do become very rude on Black Friday. So guess who does not go out Black Friday shopping?
You don't do it.
And my family knows me well enough to know that they don't even ask me anymore. They're like, okay, yeah, she's not going. Now I say that, but like a girlfriend of mine, Tawana, has hosted like bus trips where it was like a ladies trip to like an outlet mall. I'll do something like that because I can go sit in the corner and eat my pretzels or do whatever, and they can be doing the shopping. And I'm just like, okay, y'all go right ahead. I'll see y'all back on the bus. That kind of a thing. So yeah.
So do you eat chitlins?
Not anymore. I used to. Last year, that was a request of my ex-spouse. He asked me to cook some, so I did. So you should have seen me the night before. Back was hurting and everything else, cleaning those things and cooking them. Yeah, that was fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't had chitlins since I was about 21, maybe.
But you will still eat them if you had them.
I don't eat pork at all. So
okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So back then I was like, well, yeah, let me try these things. Let me try them. I enjoyed them. They was good, but yeah. Some things are left in my past.
That part. And then just again the cleaning process and cooking them, because I'm very OCD. So I probably threw away a lot more than what most people would, because I'm like, if it didn't look clean, I was not cooking it. I just wasn't. But
oh wow, that's funny.
I try to stay away from pork also just for health reasons, just because I usually get a headache or whatever. If you are just joining us, this is Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast with myself, RenaeThaDiva. We have been talking all night to veterans. Thank you, Angelo, for the gifts. Thank you. So I'm on TikTok over here. We are StreamYard and Facebook and YouTube, everywhere else. And then, of course, we do invite you to like, share, and follow RenaeThaDiva and Legacy Entertainment Studios and Yizer Media. And VUGPS.com and a host of other different avenues. So we have been talking to veterans. If you're just joining us, we have been talking to veterans today. So we've had my son Dorian on, we've had Kenneth Brown on. Dorian's Army, Kenneth is Marines, and we still have on with us Mr. Dwayne Abernathy, who is Navy retired. So we were just kind of talking about what the holidays kind of mean to our veterans and how it kind of has been when they are away from home, away from their families, or deployed, and how they've kind of handled that. So I just say thank you again to all of the guests who have been on tonight. Thank you to all of those who are watching on whichever social media platform you are watching. Know that we are in January going to Yizer TV or Yizer Media, which is the show will be called Vision Quest, and we will actually um, be on Yizer TV network, and we will be nationwide, which is we are now, but it would be on definitely a broader platform, a little bit of a different show, whereas it would be more news related, but still give you a form of entertainment. So we look forward to that.
Can I play a video on how it is in the military on Thanksgiving?
Yes, please do.
It's like 5 minutes long. It's not too long. Can I play it?
Let's do it.
All right, let me see if I can get this work. All right, let's go.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Where's the cake? Let me get the bacon.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Right over here. I gotta get it better roast beef than right here. All right. There you go. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Just Sam or you're on chicken and top? All right. When you're hungry later, be like,
Yeah, regular cornbread.
all right.
Well, for those of you on TikTok, if you can see the video, I definitely invite you after this is over to go to CNC Studios or RenaeThaDiva and watch the entire video so you can see the entire thing of what we were showing. Okay. So thank you again for watching.
Thanksgiving right here.
That and I just say thank you again to all of our servicemen and women who are currently deployed, who may be enjoying your Thanksgiving holiday, just like this video is showing. I thank you again just for your sacrifice. I know it is a sacrifice for you guys to be away from your families. And even trying to maintain a little piece of home. So hopefully you do enjoy that. We thank you again for your service. Our freedom is not free. You guys are sacrificing a lot of your lives, not only, being away from your family, but there are so many that don't make it back from a deployment. So we say thank you because, again, it is a sacrifice. So we've been talking to veterans about the holidays. This is our Thanksgiving special. You guys have got to meet my son Dorian, who has been on. He's retired military, also of Showtime Customs, and then you've got to meet Mr. Kenneth Brown, who has also been on, and he is of SEDM, and he is a retired Marine. And then I'm sorry, yes, Marine. And then we have still with us Mr. Dwayne Abernathy, who's currently showing a video about kind of what it is like being deployed and how they kind of even have life experience with having their Thanksgiving together. So thank you again for your service. And Dwayne is retired Navy. Shout out to again all of my brothers that who have served. Who didn't get a chance to join us, but thank you for Mr. David Murray, also who is retired Navy, who just had surgery not too long ago. So he has been just trying to heal and still running VGPS.com. So thank you guys. You are like my big brothers and family. Thank you again for everything that you've done. So I said it publicly.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Whatever. Whatever. No. I do. I appreciate you guys. Again, from almost being in the military myself, but definitely being a military mom, I definitely can understand some of what you guys experience being away, being deployed during the holidays. I know that was not the easiest thing to do. So definitely hope that you make positive memories now being home. If you did not have them being deployed, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. So it's a happy time. It was some happy moments being in the military. Like I said, you miss your family and everything too. But one thing about being in the military, you also have your military family also. So
right,
a lot of times we were all just gather together and make the best of the situation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, especially if it's during peacetime, it'd be a little bit more laid back than, like if you're off in a war zone or something like that during the holiday season. But we would make the best of it. And like we said, it gives you a perspective also too of why you was in the military too. Because
right.
by us being in the military and protecting our country, we know that our family and friends back home are having a joyous holiday season because we are serving our country to make sure that our country is safe and secure.
Right, for sure. And that is again just an amazing sacrifice. Not everyone is willing or even able to make those sacrifices. So we say thank you to all of our servicemen and women who are currently serving or who are retired veterans. We say happy Thanksgiving to you. We definitely encourage everyone to reach out to a veteran, whether they're a family member or a friend, or if they're a complete stranger, if they're a veteran or currently deployed, and reach out in care, whether it's sending them a care package or inviting them to your home for a meal with your family, even that little bit, and some may not want to actually come to your home or to be with your family, prepare them a plate, take them a plate. There are so many veterans that are homeless even, or that are in shelters this time of the year. So definitely, donate to your shelters, whether it's, socks, undergarments, toothbrushes, hygiene items, clothing, blankets. Donate. The weather's getting ready to be really harsh. Unfortunately, there are some veterans that want to stay outside for one reason or another. So, just make sure that they have some kind of provision if you can.
Yep. That's true. That is so true. And I thank you so much for inviting me on your show tonight.
You are so welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you to all my guests who were here. Again, I know several military men and women, and I thank you again for your service. Thank you for coming on, Dwayne. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Dorian, who all came on tonight. Shout out to my brother Khan, who is also retired military. Dre, retired military. Those are my guys over in the VGPS camp. To all my family members, Charles Miller, who is one of my cousins.
That is US soldiers that are participating in the
Hold on.
killings.
I apologize. We're
That's
broadcasting
okay.
live. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
I'm so sorry. We're in the
That's
studio
okay.
broadcasting and somebody hit a button. I'm so sorry, Miss Renee.
It's all good. It's all good. So this is a live show, and Dwayne is also broadcasting this live on Yizer TV as well and Yizer Radio. So thank you again for coming in. I won't hold you much longer. I am going to. I know you have to get back to the studio stuff, but thank you again for watching. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe to RenaeThaDiva. And Legacy Entertainment Studios on all social media. And Renee is RenaE. That's it. And then make sure you also go to shopyizer.com. I'm going to put that up there now to donate to the fundraisers, which actually benefits veterans abuse. And also we have a couple other things out there that you definitely should take a look at and you may be interested in as far as fundraisers are concerned. So make sure you go to shop Yizer, YIZZOR.com to take a look at everything that Yizer has to offer. Okay. So
And also, don't forget about your show. Vision Quest.
yes. Yes. So we do have Vision Quest coming up in January. Vision Quest will be televised on YizerTV.com as well as on YizerRadio.com. And again, all social media platforms will feed into those items as well. Definitely looking forward to that. The show again will be called Vision Quest with host myself, RenaeThaDiva, and will be produced by Mr. Dwayne Abernathy there of Yizer Media. And we will have for you news and entertainment. And it will be for our entrepreneurs, which is kind of like the Yizer motto. You know, we want to bring up or recognize or build up entrepreneurs, not only here in Indy, but in the United States for sure. And even our brothers and sisters abroad. So,
can I ask you a question before I get off the air?
Of course.
Yeah, it's an insurance question.
Okay.
With your insurance firm, do you guys provide insurance for people that's active duty military?
We do actually. We have what we call an affinity discount, where actually you can get additional discounts if you are in the military. So I will actually post my contact information here shortly. I'll have to type it in because I hadn't had it typed in my banner. I wasn't prepared for that. Thank you. But for those of you who do not know, my day job is I am actually an insurance agent. I own my own insurance agency actually. And my focus is ensuring those who are underinsured or don't know that they are underinsured. I tell people all the time, I'm so sorry, but GoFundMe is not a life insurance policy. You need to be prepared. Eventually, all of us have to go up out of here, whether we want to or not. And unfortunately, in today's times, a lot of people are leaving a lot sooner than they ever anticipated that they're going to leave. So you need to be prepared. You don't want to leave a burden of finances on your family. Right. Not only life insurance, we insure businesses. So many businesses are going uninsured. They just had on the news here locally in Indianapolis this past week, a restaurant that had been Four Seasons been around for like at least 20 years, but they caught on fire. And guess what? They didn't have insurance. So they are actually looking to get funds.
They didn't have insurance?
I don't think they did.
What?
I don't think they did.
They've been here since 1989.
Exactly. But if you paid attention to the newscast, especially the day of the fire, the one employee said it. She said, we've got to figure out how to pay our employees during the time of this being restored or what have you. There's insurance that you actually can pay your employees while the building is being repaired.
Wow.
Get with me. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you people. If you do have a business, we can get you a commercial policy that will cover in the event of a fire and even pay your employees, or an event of a loss, it would pay your employees while the repairs are being made. So make sure you get at me. I am going to post the information here so that it will be listed for you. I'm going to post my email address.
So active duty military people who like being deployed, they can have insurance that covers them like when they go overseas and stuff like that.
They can. And the way we kind of do that is we actually would, uh, of course, put them in deployed status. So there's different levels of coverages from when they're deployed versus when they're at home. But yes, the discounts still apply. How my baby?
Because you do, because that's a good thing. Because I know when I was in the military, I'm old school military. We talking 1989 or early 90s. Not to date myself. I know I look no day over 21. But anyway,
That's your story. You stick it to it. I'm letting you have it. Okay.
There was a time where only option we had was Geico insurance because Geico was government insurance for active duty military. Like civilians couldn't get Geico at the time, but then of course they can now. But with your insurance, it's great because no matter if you're military, active duty, or a veteran or whatever, it's good that you guys support Renee and her insurance agency because that right there alone, because she is a mother of a veteran. And so she understands the lifestyle of the military and being a mother of a veteran. So that's a great avenue to contact her directly to get insurance if you're in the active duty military or even a veteran.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And this is not meant to replace your TRICARE or whatever the policies are called now for the military, but it is meant to enhance and add to. Because again, a lot of times in insurance policies in the military is much like an employer. You still can be underinsured, even with having insurance through your employer or the military. So definitely.
I just had to do that.
I appreciate you, because I get to go in and, I don't make it, about my insurance, and I need to get better on that because actually, that's part of my focus, and my mission is to make sure people are properly insured.
And especially since Thanksgiving coming up, you need to have insurance in case you eat too much and pass out.
You did the Popeye out for me.
Yeah, we did.
Thank you. Popeye. Love you.
Love you.
So again, my kids are all grown. They don't live with me. They all have their own lives, and I'm just so proud of all three of my children and how they've kind of managed to be okay with me as a mom. They're all doing great in their own perspective, careers and then life. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I've truly shown kind of like my personal life today, or my human side, I guess I would say.
Hey, that's why your audience loves you, Miss Renee, because you show your human side. You're not a cyborg or avatar.
Exactly.
A real person, and
yes, life gets to lifing, and hey, I'm definitely one that has experienced lifing.
And that's why we're gonna do everything we can to blow your show up, because we need more real people in this media world that we live in now, because everything is so instant, like instant coffee or instant rice. Everything is so fast and everything, and there's no texture. And your show, and you have texture, which makes you a real person, which makes people want to be able to tune in and also be able to relate to you and your show.
Definitely appreciate that, for sure. That is definitely the goal, and the reason why I even come on and allow vulnerability, because I agree with you. I don't think we see enough people being real, or being, I hate to say real because people overuse that term so much, or being aesthetic, or being to the point where they actually allow the real them to come through.
Yeah, have some substance about themselves,
For sure.
And I'm gonna make sure that one of these episodes you're gonna make me cry on your show.
Hey, I will pull out the questions. I will. I got it.
That is too funny.
This has been amazing. I have thoroughly enjoyed this show. Again, just even sharing with people, some people that are in my life that are just near and dear. You guys don't realize how amazing you are. I think in some instances, just because I get to see the community services that you guys do, or I get to see the community involvement you have, especially when it comes to our veterans, our servicemen and women, and how you guys definitely fight to uh, protect the veterans when they come home. Again, it becomes near and dear to me because I have a veteran as a child. He's an adult, but he's still mine. And then just kind of even seeing how he went into the military at 18, like so right out of high school, almost. Um, and just seeing how that kind of experience kind of affected him, and doing 10 years in the military, and now him as a civilian again, and how he has kind of had to readjust or readapt or relearn being a civilian,
A
and
lot, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like,
yeah,
when you get out the military, you literally have to go through classes. Well, I took some classes. You have to get reintroduced into the civilian world. It's like you're going from one world to another world, and you'd be amazed how a lot of veterans do not adjust to the civilian world again from being in the military. It's almost like guys who come home from prison. It's
right,
like it's almost the same thing. Like you almost have to deprogram your mind to be able to function in a civilian world.
right,
And
right,
that's the reason why it's very important that we develop veteran organizations for veterans that's coming back home. And I
for
know
sure.
that programs out there, but a lot of those programs operate from an old model. You know what I mean? They don't
Right,
they don't really function for the times of 2024, 2025. You know what I mean? And it's important for people like yourself and Mr. Brown and and Geyser to help these veterans when they come back home to function as civilians.
yes,
And your son is a good person. I think would be a good role model to talk to some of these veterans. And that's the type of stuff that I want to talk to you about, where we can start doing stuff like that, where we actually have courses where we sit down with veterans that come home to show them how to get insurance, how to find a job, or go start a business. All these type of things are very, very important for veterans. And I thank you so much for willing to help us veterans, you know, get back to the life of being a civilian. I appreciate you, Miss Renee.
right, right, for sure, for sure. You guys, you definitely have my heart, and it's so amazing to even just talk to veterans. Some people are intimidated by their presence or what have you for some reason or another. But if you actually just sit and listen or talk to these young men or young women, and they may not be young, they may be older, but I call everybody young. You'll be amazed at some of the things you may even learn or hear about what they've kind of experienced being in the military. We actually had here in Indy, as you know, the HASVAF or HAVAF. I'm saying it wrong, but it's HVAF housing. They have temporary housing that they use downtown when veterans are coming back to have tradition that got on fire a couple weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
again, just asking you to donate even to their trade, their organization. I would love to have them on, and that's one of the things I'm going to reach out to. We'll have to do that. Reach out to them and maybe have them on to see if we can get some more programs going to assist our veterans for sure.
Yep. I'm with it. I'm with all of it. I'm with the smoke.
Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's
As
do
the
it.
youngest would say, I'm with that smoke.
Yes, yes, for sure, for sure. And I'm like, usually I'll be like, I don't want to smoke, but for that I will. I'll do it. Yes, so for sure. I think I actually have a few contacts. I'll have to kind of rummage through my things, but definitely, and if you want me to come out to talk to your organizations regarding insurance, I am willing to do that as well. We can get it scheduled. I'll come out, I'll bring in lunch or sandwiches or donuts or something. And I'll be more than happy to come out and talk to organizations regarding insurance and how we can help even military. So I have my email going there, but it is RENAE at Renee, RENAE Parker Agency.com, or you can call the office, which is 317-967-2468. So that's 317-967-2468. I am licensed in majority of the 50 states. So it doesn't matter what state you are in, I can assist. If I cannot assist, I will find someone in that state that can. Life insurance, I can service you throughout the United States and all of the major outlying countries, even. So, for
That's
sure.
what's up. Support this sister. Support Miss Renee, please, my people. Please support her.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes, I am fully self-employed, so I do insurance because I have a passion for people. And I think I shared a little bit of my testimony with you, but I'll share it with everyone else that's still watching. Since, this is a holiday or Thanksgiving special, my father is no longer with us. He demised to stage 4 lung cancer. But one of the things I am definitely grateful for was that he actually listened to me. And we had all of his affairs in order before he even got sick. Some people say all the time, and if I had a dime for every person that said it, I would be rich. Oh, I'm young, I'm healthy, nothing will happen to me. People are leaving here younger and younger every day. Please be insured.
Yep. Right about that. It's like people used to, it's so crazy because we on a security company too, security camera company.
Yes.
People used to come to me and ask, like, so Dwayne, how much are your security cameras and why do I need them? And I will always tell them, I like, security cameras is an investment, but it's like insurance. It's best to have and don't need than to need and don't have.
Exactly.
And that's how insurance is. Insurance is one of those things. Yeah, you like, oh my God, there's something else I gotta pay for. But it's best to have insurance. It's best to have it than need it and don't have it. Because there's so many people and families that get stuck in situations because they don't have insurance.
And a lot of companies are actually getting away from even offering insurance as a benefit anymore to employees. So that's another reason why we have health insurance products as well, because a lot of companies are getting away from even offering it. And then if you're self-employed, you still need to be insured. So there are options available for you. I would love to again sit down and discuss them with you, or have a Zoom meeting, or have you come to one of my offices, and we can definitely discuss it.
Okay, I'm with it.
I am, and I have not forgotten. I still am getting the packet together for you as well, for the
Yes.
Media
Yeah,
Corporation.
because we want to offer that to Yizer. We want to. This is what I want to put this out here right now. So I hope, don't get mad at me. But I'm about to open up some floodgates.
Okay.
I want for 2025. We want to put together a package for anybody who's a member of Yizer Media, like Yizer TV or Yizer Radio. We want you guys to be able to get access to some type of insurance policy by being affiliated or being a member of Yizer. Because membership has its privileges.
Yes.
And we want to be able to provide our supporters here at Yizer to make sure that they are in a situation of a solution, because we're solution driven everything, solution driven media, solution driven lifestyle, and insurance is a solution. It's a solution to, oh my God, Uncle Johnny died last night. And like you said, what's it called when they be raising money?
GoFundMe, or like one of those fundraisers. Yes.
Insurance policy. You know how many, in the past, I would say in the past 10 years, how many death donations I've made? But people call me. Matter of fact, just about 4 months ago, a veteran called me because I was a second vice commander at the American Legion, right? Post in Indianapolis. I had a veteran call me and ask me, like, Abernathy, do you guys have any money to donate to an Army vet that just passed away? And I was like, there was no fund there to cover that, but there should have been an insurance process, because I'm sure what insurance couldn't be no more than $50-$60 a month, if not less than that. I'm sure insurance is less than a cell phone payment.
Exactly. And that's what people don't understand. A lot of times, okay, I'm going to tell myself, yes, I am a Starbucks drinker. I am. They aren't paying me for it. I do have stock in their company, though. However, I'm just saying. But, honestly, for a cup of coffee each day, if you could sacrifice a cup of coffee for maybe even a week, you can pay for an insurance policy a lot of times. Lovely Leo on my TikTok. Yes, I do offer business insurance. You can email me at Renae, RENAE, at RenaeParkerAgency.com, or you can call me at 317-967-2468. That is the office number. Don't worry about the spammers. I will have you blocked. I'm just saying. But yes, you can reach out to me, and I would be more than happy to conversate with you, lovely Leo, about our business insurance. There you go. Next week sounds great. I know the holidays are right here. Actually, I am, for my office staff, I am closing down my office at 12 noon tomorrow, and they will have the rest of the week off. I will do that as soon as I am off. I tried to type it in here, lovely Leo, but I will do that as soon as I am off, or I will send you a direct message on my contact information. I will do that for sure. Let me see. Yep, because I can't comment. Or can I comment? I found it. So I'm going to type it in here. So yes, Dwayne, I am definitely looking forward to working full-time with Yizer Media, and I am also looking forward to helping people with insurance and getting that taken care of as well. And hi, RJ. I see a couple people are coming in on my TikTok. So hi to everyone that's just joining. If you are just coming on, I'm sorry if you hear my kids in the background. All three of my adult children are home, and my grandson is here. So they are just enjoying each other, and I enjoy having them here because they are all grown and live outside of my home. So, if you hear it, I apologize. But again, just love my family being home. So we are, let's talk about it. We are a weekly podcast with myself, host RenaeThaDiva. We are talking with Mr. Dwayne Abernathy now. And we have been talking to a few veterans tonight. We're talking about Thanksgiving and what it kind of means to you, how they've kind of dealt with it being deployed. We were saying thank you to all of our servicemen and women who may be still deployed and away from their families as well. So I am now talking with Dwayne because he asked about it. I am also a licensed insurance agent in the majority of the 50 states. So I can do life, health, accident, home, auto, commercial, business owners policies, workers' comp, and even some Medicare policies. But we are talking about being able to service the military with insurance. And I was explaining that a lot of times people don't understand the military insurance is just like if you work for an employer. A lot of times once you retire from the military, the insurance definitely changes. So you can, in a lot of ways, be underinsured. And then we do also encourage you to have a life insurance policy in place because you don't want to leave that burden of financial responsibility on your family. And believe it or not, people don't understand funerals are expensive. The minimum you're going to pay for a funeral in most cases is usually around $10,000. And, even if I were to have that $10,000 laying around, I don't know that I want to spend it, taking care of the final expenses, because you still have to live after that is done. And it's not saying that we don't love our loved ones or that they're not worth it, of course, but it's saying that, especially with the changes that we have coming um, with tariffs and all kinds of other things. That's why I'll say it with a smile. It's definitely going to be some financial changes for a lot of people. There are programs with life insurance that people don't know that you may be able to borrow against. So you basically pay yourself, but it still gives a benefit in the event that you are unalive. So there are definitely some avenues that we can discuss with that and talk about. Um, and I'll be more than happy to do so. I have posted my information there, my email address, and I will actually also post the office phone number. In the event that you would like to get in contact with me regarding insurance, I'll be more than happy to help you. There you go. Dwayne is showing another video for those of you who are on other social medias that can't see it, but Dwayne is showing a video for us.
I figured, like they said, every superhero should have background music. So
Woo, that's it. That's it.
you should have a background video talking about your insurance.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, for sure. For sure.
But now, real talk though. But thank you so much. Thanksgiving and everything, and it's so funny that I love the fact that we can mix having fun and talking about Thanksgiving, but at the same time talk about what's needed. You know, we can have, it's called infotainment. We can have fun.
Yes.
We can have fun, entertain you, educate you at the same time.
That's it. That's it for sure. For sure.
Because my whole thing is, come Thanksgiving, if I burn down my damn house, I have no insurance. I'm gonna be mad that I didn't call you, Miss Renee.
Sure, for sure. I had an incident, and I'm just sharing again my life. And I posted it, I think, on TikTok maybe a while back. I didn't tell all the details, but on Mother's Day this year, I decided that I wanted to have a steak, and I was going to grill it for myself. So for some reason, I was acting as if that, I don't know how to light a grill. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. So what had happened was,
there you go.
So there was actually a wasp nest inside of my grill. I didn't realize it when I was first trying to light the grill. So I had put charcoal in and put an accelerant in and everything, and it didn't light right away because I had actually left my charcoal outside. That was me being, special. Mm-hmm. So by the time I went back to put some more accelerant on the grill, the wasps started coming out.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So people that know me know I don't like bugs.
Yeah.
I'm very much a diva in that way. Yes, my inner tomboy kicks in, but I don't like bugs, especially wasps that can sting me and, probably send me into some kind of, allergic reaction or shock. So I actually poured more of the accelerant on than I should have, and whoosh.
What, you thought you were going to burn the wasp up or something?
I did. I thought,
oh my God.
I was thinking, because I'm like, okay, it's either them or me. Take your pick. So needless to say, I caught my deck on fire.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I threw the accelerant, because of course I was freaking out and scared. So needless to say, the fire department had to come and put out the fire, and and I was fire marshal Bill. I was, Dwayne showing video for those of you on TikTok. He's now showing video of, So I caught my deck on fire. It did cost me around a few $1,000s to get repaired, but it would have cost me so much more. Actually, it didn't cost me that much. That's what my insurance ended up paying for. Imagine if I didn't have insurance, and just for me trying to grill and not be attacked by wasps, I had to come out of my pocket for almost $5,000. That would be a lot for some people to try to come up with. And I happen to live in a neighborhood where my homeowners associations are very observant. That's the word I'll use. In case anyone in my homeowner association.
I call it nosy, but okay.
We aren't going to talk about that because I just had to pay my mailbox post.
See what I'm saying?
That petty. So, and I pay my homeowner association fees every year. I do. Yeah. So imagine if I did not have insurance, though, having to come up with that money to get my deck repaired pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty harsh. So I'm just grateful that I have homeowners insurance and that I actually was able to get my deck repaired and repaired to the status of like nothing happened. So yeah,
I understand. And that's why it is so important to have insurance.
yes, for sure,
You
for
got
sure.
somebody see Miss Renee, people need a good insurance agent, a good lawyer, and a good accountant.
All the above, for sure, for sure.
That is your people don't realize that you need to have a professional team for your personal life also. And your
Yes, yes,
a lot of people think like, oh man, I just need a team for my business. No, even in your personal life, you need a team of people that you can pick up the phone to make sure that your life runs smoothly, or you're gonna end up like this.
Yeah, that part, for sure, for sure. Shout out to my CPA, Mr. Carl Long of CDL uh, Tax Preparation and Services. Thank you, Carl, because I was truly that person in business, especially when I first started out. That I used to be like, okay, here's a whole trash bag full of receipts. Figure this ish out.
Yeah.
So, he definitely has helped me. And even going back to Miss Angela Eubank, who was my tax person for a number of years, I definitely appreciate those gems that were dropped as far as being able to even deduct a lot of things for business that people don't realize that you can deduct. Those are definitely things you can take advantage of, including insurance. If you have insurance for your business, that's also a tax deduction, believe it or not. We have key person insurance. A lot of people don't understand that as well. That means if you are a corporation and you have officers in your company, you can insure the key persons that if anything happens to them, their business would be taken care of. So
Yeah, I didn't know that. See,
there
this
you go.
is something we need to know.
Yes, yes, for sure, for sure.
So I was watching on the news of today, and they always talk about people frying turkeys for Thanksgiving. They talk about uh turkey frying safety and stuff like that.
Yes,
You guys get a lot of like people like burn down their house because they try to fry a turkey and they had the turkey fryer too close to the house.
yes,
Now, does that fall under like when it comes to home insurance? Does that fall under the not negligence or no?
not necessarily. Of course, we ask that you take precautions as insurance agents to not have those things happen. Again, with having the fryer so many feet away from your home and things of that nature, depending on how their policy is written in the carrier, there very well still may be coverage for that. They very well may have to pay a deductible, their homeowner's insurance deductible, but they very well may still be covered.
Really?
It's
Okay.
yes. Again, insurance is a transfer of risk. So the main purpose of insurance is getting the majority of the risk transferred away, but you are still responsible for making sure that you minimize the risk. Again, making sure that the fryer is well away from anything flammable on your home, not putting it in the grass, kind of thing, or on a wood deck,
Okay.
that you catch on fire like me.
And, see, and people don't think about that though. People
Exactly.
be like, you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? People be like, yeah, let's fry this turkey. Let's fry this turkey. Or why is it blah blah blah? And nobody ever asked Uncle Johnny, who's been drinking the Ripple all day. Uncle Johnny,
You got it still, I think. Look at my purse.
Uncle
Sorry.
Johnny, do you have insurance before you fry this turkey in the backyard?
Right.
Nobody asked Uncle Johnny if he got insurance because Uncle Johnny, you've been drinking all day long and you got that turkey fryer right next to the house.
Right. Right.
Then
And
Uncle Johnny put the house down.
and you can't fight with the old schools sometimes, I call them old schools, because they'll tell you, calm down, young whippersnapper.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, you definitely have to to understand that. That's my grandson, by the way, everybody. Hi, Mama. Here,
I can.
go ahead. You can take it. So we're moving vehicles so that my children can leave. But again, this is a live broadcast. This is Let's Talk About It. I am your girl host, RenaeThaDiva. We do have on with us Mr. Dwayne Abernathy. So we've talked about a few things tonight. You know, this is what we are calling our Happy Thanksgiving special for today's show. We have talked to several veterans, including my son Dorian, Mr. Dwayne Abernathy himself, Kenneth Brown, and we have given shouts out to some other veterans in our lives. We have talked about them being deployed and how they kind of handle being deployed, what some of our servicemen and women kind of go through being deployed, some of their favorites for the holiday. We have also talked about being home and adjusting to civilian life again and being with family, or how that kind of works if they are with family during this time of the year. We have also talked about insurance, which is a lot of people did not know or may not have been aware that I am a licensed insurance agent. So just the need of insurance and how it plays a part in your daily life, even being military. So we talked about a lot of stuff. We have also talked about coming January 2025, I will be hosting a show called Vision Quest. And Mr. Dwayne Abernathy is the founder and CEO of Yizer Media, which is YizerTV.com, YizerRadio.com. Now, I always get that wrong. Okay. Yizer.
One code 1035.
Code 1035.com. Okay. Let me post that. There we go. I got it right here. I'm going to show it now. So go to code 1035.com to find out about Yizer TV, Yizer Radio, Yizer Media, period, as well as the fundraisers for veterans relief. And tell us a little bit more about that, because I want people to understand about the fundraiser part of things.
Okay. Yizer is independent media. So in order for us to be uncensored and to say 100% independent, we are supporter funded. What does that mean? It's kind of like PBS. PBS is funded by supporters. And we have sponsors, but our sponsors are companies that we have ownership in. So that means that they can't control the media that we distribute here at Yizer. And so our number one sponsor right now is these Legacy Honor Bricks. If you guys can see this in front of me right now. And our Legacy Honor Bricks are custom made of bricks we have three types. We have one for veterans. We have one for followers of Christ. We also have one for fraternity and sorority members. And because there are milestones in a person's life, because a lot of times people have things that they achieve in life or whatever, but they don't really have nothing that's just in like it's in concrete. Remember that saying, like, we're gonna put it in stone or whatever?
Right.
So that's where the concept of the Legacy Honor Bricks come from. But this is how we stay on the air here at Yizer. This is how we support our veteran organizations. We have programs for our veterans. We have a program called Veterans Against Sexual Assault. We help veterans that were sexually assaulted in the military. We have a program for Veterans Behind the Wall. We have a program for Veterans Fathers' Rights. We have a program for Veterans Entrepreneur Program. And that's how we fund these programs, is with our Legacy Honor Bricks. Also, in order for us to stay on the air here at Yizer, the Legacy Honor Bricks goes towards funding the media here also. So if anybody out there who likes this type of media, like Renee's show or any of our other 22 channels, go to Yizer, well, go to code 1035.com to see our other 22 channels.
Yes.
Like this type of independent media, then in order for us to stay on the air, we need you guys to support us by purchasing Legacy Honor Bricks. That's our number one sponsor, and this is how we control the narrative of what we talk about here at Yizer. We're not controlled by, like, say, for instance, you know how you take money from a corporation, or then they're like, oh, well, you can't say that, or you can't do this. Well, we can do this and we can do that because we can control everything here at Yizer. So that's the purpose of the Legacy Honor bricks.
Awesome. And I'm putting that on my TikTok as well. So if you are just joining us, again, this is Let's Talk About It, this show. We do have Vision Quest coming January 2025, where we will actually be on Yizer TV. And we will ask you to go to code1035.com to find out about all the programming for Yizer Media, all of the shows. We will also ask you to go there to support. Dwayne is just explaining to us about the Legacy Honor Bricks, how it does support veterans who have been sexually assaulted in the military and other veteran programs. So we are asking you to go there whether you are a fraternity or sorority, correct? Whether you are a military veteran or a military active. And what was the third option there? There we go.
We have one for followers of Christ.
There we go.
This Legacy Honor brick right here. We have our Legacy Honor brick for veterans. We have our Legacy Honor brick for fraternity and sororities right now. But we have more coming out. But these are our three main ones right here. But since we're a veteran-owned company, our main Legacy Honor brick is the one for veterans. And the thing for the ones for veterans, this is for veterans living or past. So like if you had a grandfather or a father or dad or somebody who was a veteran, you want to honor them or whatever, you can purchase them a Legacy Honor brick also too. So it's not just for veterans that's passed. It's really for veterans. Like say for instance, this is my personal Legacy Honor brick right here because I'm a proud United States Navy vet.
Yeah.
So these Legacy Honor bricks, like it's a gift. So it's like since this is the gift holiday season, it's time to give out gifts or whatever. You know, a veteran, this is a gift right here that a veteran will appreciate.
Yes.
You know, so that's our veteran Legacy Honor brick right there. So yep.
And these are quality products that can be placed in a walkway in your home. It can be placed in a foundation. It can be placed or even
in your house. Like
exactly.
Like this one here, we had they all come with. Let me show you. They all come with a stand like this, where you can actually put it on your mantle on your fireplace. You can put it in your office or whatever. So we're changing the game. So it can be outside on a walkway or whatever too. But you want to put like how I have mine on my desk or whatever, or your mantle, put it in your office or your mantle or something like that also too.
So if you go to code1035.com, you can see the pricing for the Legacy Honor bricks as well. There are 3 different options currently, whereas you have them for followers of Christ, you have them for military, whether active or retired. We have them also for fraternities and sororities. And Dwayne was just explaining to us that you can go to, again, code1035.com and purchase your Legacy Honor brick.
The person go to shopyizer.com.
Yizer.com. I'm sorry.
.com is where the
Yizer.com. Code 1035 for all of Yizer Media. There we go. Let me rephrase it. I said it right that time. But no, go to code1035.com for all of Yizer Media to learn about even how Yizer Media came about, to see any of the Yizer Media shows or listen to the broadcast. You can then go to shop Yizer, YIZZOR.com for the Legacy Honor bricks that we were just discussing. So there you go. If you wanted to get in contact with me regarding insurance, you can email me at Renae, RENAE, at RenaeParkerAgency.com or call the office 317-967-2468.
Facts.
I sound like an infomercial, but I got it out. What?
You're doing such a great job.
Thank you. This has definitely been an enjoyable show, and I thank you for pushing me to get into the mind frame or the time frame of going for a 2-hour show, because Vision Quest will be just that. So
I'm with it.
We got it. We're doing it. Lovely Leo. Yes, we will definitely get together. If, again, you are looking to get an insurance quote, there's no obligation for it, but I'll be more than happy to do so. I am also willing to come out along with persons of different professions like attorneys and financial planners to do a conference for you and your organizations to discuss insurance, whether it's health, life, home, auto, business, if you're military, what have you, to discuss those kinds of products as well. So get with me. I'll be more than happy to talk about it. And I forgot to mention earlier, we talked about shows, old school shows like Falcon Crest and Dukes of Hazzard and uh, Dallas and yeah, the shows that we grew up on that were like, what we considered scandalous shows back then. We had to have the supervision of an adult to watch those shows a lot of times. Now they're like mediocre compared to what the things they show on TV, and that's a whole other issue. But
Yeah, it's not the same.
it's not. It's not.
There's no storylines anymore.
Right.
There's no plots anymore.
Right. Is this okay? We're going to be on TV. We're going to have.
We're going to fight and argue. Be ratchet. That's it.
Yeah.
No dialogue at all. They don't talk to each other or nothing on television now. Everything is, you piss me off, I'm about to throw a drink in your face and we're going to argue and fight. And yeah. There's no dialogue or nothing. Yeah.
For the sake of reality TV, they call it. Yeah. That part. So, if you don't have any plans for the holiday, I encourage you again to invite someone that may not have family or friends where they are, whether they're deployed or if they are in your cities and they don't have family there. Invite them to your home. If they don't want to come to your home, at least make sure that they are fed or nourished, or that they have the necessities like, clean underwear, undergarments, socks, warm blankets if they are homeless, or if they are in a tough situation. Here, and we'll discuss this probably, I'm sure, on another show, but here the homeless rate of teens has increased tremendously. Whereas we have a homeless rate of teens of at least about 8,000 currently to date. So that's a whole nother thing. We definitely encourage you to love on a teenager. A lot of times our youth get bad raps for maybe some of the choices they've made, but we have to look at the solution as to why they're making those choices. So
I agree. And that's another thing that we focus on too, is solution for our youth. We have the Cop Kids Academy, which is career over poverty here. And that's another my bad. I'm so sorry, Miss Renee.
No, that's what it's for. Yeah, that's what
the Legacy Honor Bricks also fund our Cop Kids Academy for our we have entrepreneur training for youth from the age of 11 to 25. Because if you have an organization that's solution driven, if you have access to a youth from the age of 11 to 25, there's a great chance that they're going to become a very productive citizen in society.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so that's why it's important that people support, companies like, Legacy Entertainment, of this show here, your show here. Let's talk about it. But at the same time, I'm happy that you and I and Yizer, we all linked up together, because we're actually showing people how you move a culture forward.
For sure.
Solution driven. So just like the insurance is a solution.
Yes.
We know what the problems are in the world, but there's the time now for solution driven media, solution driven resources, solution driven education. It's like, who has time to argue and fight over things that we all know that exist?
Right.
But when is the last time you sat down and you went somewhere and you have a person talking to teenagers the importance of what insurance is for? You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
The importance of showing that how having a career or being an entrepreneur can also, because the biggest thing I notice when it comes to youth poverty and youth crime is there's no so there's they don't teach solutions to poverty. A solution to poverty is education and financial awareness. See, a lot of youth start selling drugs or get into the sex trade or the criminal lifestyle. It's all financially driven. Nobody really wants to be a criminal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there are some crazies out there, but there's very few people that choose the life of crime because that's what I want to be in life. There's a few cycles out there, but the majority of people get caught up, especially teenagers, get caught up in a life of crime or gang banging, is really financially driven.
Exactly. And you know that, and peer pressure. You know,
Financially driven.
Exactly.
Peer
You
pressure is
know, they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know, they're
yeah.
trying to keep up with the Joneses, as we used to call it in our day. You
Yeah.
know, or as the kids say, cap. You know,
A lot of young dudes, when I was younger, a lot of young dudes get caught up for girls. I want some nice tennis shoes. I want nice clothes. I want a nice car to impress girls.
right?
A lot of girls, young girls, date boys who got, oh, girl, he got money, he got this, he got that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But think about young teaching and raising young insurance agents. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
There's nothing that says that you can't work for an insurance company at the age of 16.
Well, state law, but 18 though. They can actually do different roles in the insurance agency. Like I can employ someone to be a non-licensed receptionist. They have to be at least 18 years old to get their license. But you know, just even being around and seeing,
Just to being around, exactly. So then when you get of age, you already been around somebody. It's like, so it's like it's like a long-term internship. That's what the Cop Academy is.
yes,
And you know, and so we have, you know, companies like your company. You know, we're going out talking to other independent companies because the thing that keeps an economy going in any city is small businesses that have 100 or less employees.
right.
They don't teach that in school.
Not anymore. I know.
They
You
don't
know,
teach.
and that's another thing. You know, which is why I'm grateful that Yizer even exists. Because the focus is on solutions. You know, a lot of school programs have gotten away from even teaching entrepreneurship or focusing on career goals with young people. You know, they don't teach trades anymore. They don't teach, you know, arts. Um, and I think that's probably a lot of reason why a lot of our generation is like, you know, lost almost, whereas they don't know what they want to do in life. A lot of times, you know, as far as a career is concerned, or do they want a career, or they want to be the next NBA player, next football
They
player?
teach right. They teach athletics.
Yes, exactly. And because that market is so competitive, a lot of our youth don't even realize, you know, the chances of you becoming the next LeBron or what have you.
But the thing is, there's physical therapists in
Right.
athletics.
They make just as much money, or if not more.
There's sports agents. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's people who gotta treat the hardwood floor. Uh-oh, the host is gone. And I noticed he was complaining. Oh, well, not even complaining. He's making me known that he's in the process of exiting these mainstream platforms and create his own platform, a platform like Yizer. And I have to applaud that for him. So, check out so you guys can get on the same page as I am after seeing and hearing what Corey Hope had.
The other YouTube is Legacy Entertainment Studios. Again, live on all social media. So, Dwayne, if you are still watching, come on back on. I'm sorry, my battery died on my laptop device and I had to plug it in. So, we are still back here and we are still live. In case you did see me have to go up under my desk, sorry about that. You know, life is happening. You know, it's a live show. So, this is Let's Talk About It with host myself, RenaeThaDiva. We've been talking tonight with veterans from all over the U.S. One of them being my son, Dorian. We've also had Kenneth Brown on, who is there in South Carolina. We've had Dwayne Abernathy on, who's actually here in Indianapolis. Dorian actually lives in Texas now, though he's, you know, a Hoosier-born baby. So in case you have not done so, please make sure that you like, share, follow, and subscribe to Legacy Entertainment Studios, as well as Renee, RenaeThaDiva. And then also make sure you go to code1035.com for the Yizer TV or Yizer Media platforms. And then make sure you go to shop Yizer, YIZZOR.com for the Veteran Sex Abuse Foundation, as well as purchasing the Legacy Honor Bricks that donates to not only that, but also Yizer Cop, which is a program that helps our youth develop entrepreneurial skills. So, again, I appreciate you. Thank you for all of you who have liked, shared, followed, and joined. Make sure you do subscribe to all of the channels. Follow me on social media. So if this has come up on your For You page on TikTok, make sure you like, share, and follow. At least, you know, minimum like and follow. I appreciate you. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for those of you who have taken the time to kind of watch this platform tonight. We look forward to January coming, which is we will have a new show on Yizer Media TV and radio called Vision Quest. So it will be, as they call it, infotainment. So it definitely will have some news aspects. It will have some insurance things. I've shared some insurance things here. Hey, honey. And then definitely other information that's hopefully relevant to your daily life. So I have been RenaeThaDiva, host of Let's Talk About It. I will see you guys next week. Have a safe and prosperous and enjoyable Thanksgiving. Enjoy your families and friends. If you don't have family and friends, I hope that someone will be generous enough to open their homes to you. And then make sure you are donating if you can to your homeless shelters. A lot of veterans and people are homeless or alone this time of year, and they need things. Make sure you are contributing to your local pantries, whether it's with your church organizations or if there's other foundations for veterans or for homeless people, because a lot of times people are still stuck outside. And I know here in Indiana, especially, the weather is getting really treacherous. So make sure you're donating undergarments, hygiene items, blankets, if you can. Okay. We are all just one step away from being on the other end of things. So we will be coming live again next week with Let's Talk About It, this show. And then we will be starting January 2025 with a show called Vision Quest, where we actually will be on Yizer Media. YIZZOR is how you spell that, Yizer Media. I'll post that here as well. I have posted my insurance information. If you are interested in getting a free quote, whether it's for personal insurance, life, health, accident insurance, or even business insurance, here in the comments. So if this is coming up on your For You page, make sure you liking, sharing, following, and subscribing to myself, RenaeThaDiva. And I will see you guys on next week. Thank you again for joining. Bye-bye for now.